Hello and welcome to Car Dealer Live. My name is James Batchelor. Thank you very much for joining us for these daily broadcasts on the Car Dealer Magazine YouTube channel, where we talk to people right across the industry. Now, today on the show, I'm delighted to say we've got Jamie Caple and Craig Vladimirovs from Quay on the show. Hi, guys.
How are we doing?
Right? Hi, very good, thank you. Great to see the pair of you are adhering to the 2-meter distance there. That is very good of you. Well,
it's kind of a meter. We think the announcement's coming,
yeah.
So we've kind of gone for it, you know.
That's great, fantastic. It's really
plenty of sanitizer.
So the phone is balanced on 2 bottles of hand sanitizer, and you can see the side of a sneeze screen here, which customers seem to want to pop their heads around the side of to talk to us. And you're like, get behind the perspex, Mr. Customer. But can I just say, you know, in this world we're in at the minute, these daily videos are great. They're much better than the 5 o'clock video. You know, the 5 o'clock, like they broadcast the announcement, the numbers, they've just got really boring, you know.
Yeah.
But this is the daily news show that you need.
It's very kind of you to say, because I'd like to think we've got a bit more charisma than Dominic Raab, but you know, who hasn't? But anyway, but just before we get into the questions, I can sense that this show is going to be a bit of a problematic one, isn't it? But anyway, right, before we get into the questions, let me just give our viewers a quick summary of who you are. So for a bit of background, Jamie is business partner Craig, run the dealership based in Derbyshire, and Quay is well known in the industry, not least after it scooped Dealer's Dealer of the Year award in 2019 at the Car Dealer Magazine Used Car Awards. Now, Jamie himself may be familiar to you after his starring role on the television show Used Car Wars, and Jamie also takes an active role.
Craig was in Used Car Wars as well.
Yeah,
Craig was on the other team.
Yeah, it's a team. Quay's won the award, so it's definitely a team effort. Now, Jamie also takes an active role in the Car Dealer Sales Facebook group, a closed group that has become a place for support, advice, and some general silliness. So we'll touch on that in a second.
Sure.
I've got plenty of questions to ask the pair. If you've got some questions, then please feel free to put them in the comments box, and I'll do my best to ask them. Right, you two, let's get cracking then, shall we? So obvious question: how has business been since June the 1st?
It's been immense, hasn't it?
It's ridiculous. I'll say that business was busy in May as well. So we're all, well, most of the industry, we were being good boys or children or girls or whatever, and we'd all shut, doing what we were told to do. But then I think it was Mr. Baggett himself got an exclusive scoop with the government, and they basically said, you're okay to deliver cars. And this was kind of at the start of May. Yeah. So we were like, okay, all right, we'll start delivering cars. And then then got another news, we were okay to do click and collect. We've been using Car Dealer as our kind of link to the government. We really have. So
if you say it's okay, then we do it.
That's it. Yeah. If James has got his investigative journalism kind of hat on and he goes and asks the question and he gets the nod, then that filters through to us. And we've been following your lead in terms of what we're allowed to do. So May was busy. May was busy just delivering and letting click and collects. But since June the 1st,
it's just been mad.
It's ridiculous, man.
Have people been just walking straight in? Have they just?
Most people are appointed, aren't
they?
They're a lot more relaxed about it.
Yeah. So in May, you couldn't turn up unless you give us money over the phone. There was just, people would turn up and we were taking great pleasure in saying, you're not coming in. It sounds ridiculous. So counterintuitive for a car dealership not wanting customers to come in. But it was amazing, wasn't it? Like, no.
We had people at the gate, didn't we? And made them leave a deposit in the car park before we let them in.
That's it. Because that was to adhere to click and collect. They're like, we want to look at that car that's over there. They're like, just bring it out the gate. We'll have a look at it outside. And we're like, no. Yeah. If you want to look at it, ring up. I'll be in the office, leave us a deposit, we'll email you an order form, and then you can come in and look at it in the car park. So, but it's been immense. I talked about June the 1st being this amazing day to anyone who would listen to me. And we actually, our June the 1st wasn't great. We only sold one car. It was an anticlimax. We had screamers turn up, we had finance deals decline. It felt like going home on June the 1st was like, welcome back, motor trade. I've not missed you, because it's been amazing. Because May was like a month of Sundays, a month of dealing Sundays. It was brilliant. But then from the second onwards, it's been obscene. We've done, in terms of pure profit margin, by the 18th of this month, we've matched our biggest ever month in 18 days.
Wow.
So where we are, that's over 3 years of trading. So where we are now, we're ahead of our best ever month on margin, and it's the 22nd. We've done one. Have you done one?
Not yet.
No,
I'm trying.
you know, Craig's not what they call a closer. You know, I'm the closer. You know, they have to wheel in the big guns. I've sold a Golf this morning. We're about to sell another. We'll do another handful of deals today. It's just ring the bell. Deal. It's just Dealsville. It's amazing.
Why do you think this is?
I think that a lot of customers are ringing. Can we come and look at a car?
Something to do more than anything.
Yeah, but I think they feel like we're doing them a favour, letting them come and have a look at a car. They seem really grateful. But I think you've got just pent up demand. I think you've got the customers from the second half of March, all the customers from April, apart from the odd sneaky dealer who was still open because they were out there. I think a lot of people didn't properly open in May, or a lot of customers didn't think we're open in May. And a lot of customers are ringing now saying, are you open? Can we come? So I think we've got just this.
I think people are spending holiday money as well.
Yeah.
They've got a few quid in the back pocket. They've not been able to do out to spend it on. And let's get that car we've always talked about. We're not going away this year. Let's do it.
Live for today, not for tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I think there is that mentality at the moment that, you know, coronavirus took us completely by surprise, and people don't know what's around the corner. So if you've got some money, then if you always promise yourself a sports car or whatever, then just go out and buy it.
Well, that's the other thing, because we thought we'd be selling little hatchbacks, cheap runarounds, and that kind of thing.
We took in a Citroen C1 5-door. I think it was £1,000, literally the day before Boris said lockdown. And I remember listing it, and I thought, as soon as we reopen, this car is going to be straight into someone who doesn't want to get on a bus, doesn't want to get on a train, $2,500. They'll come and buy it. I mean, we've sold it now, but it took us 5 weeks, 6 weeks to sell it.
But it's the more exciting stuff we're selling.
It's the tasty stuff.
Hot hatches and cabriolets.
The tackle,
like that, yeah.
The interesting stuff, the spunky stuff. We've sold some lumps. We sold an ML63 to a courier. I mean, he's obviously been busy from Scotland. He's like, I shouldn't be here. I'm not meant to be out. But I thought, you know, you only live once. He bought an ML63. What else have we sold that's tackle? We've sold Macan Turbo. We've sold, what else have we sold? We've just sold heavy stuff, man. Heavy stuff. RS5, bright orange, Golf R. RS4, yeah.
So has this taken you by surprise then?
So, look, I called it, okay? I called this. Everyone's calling me Mystic Smeg. I called this, okay? I called it. But I didn't call it enough to remortgage my house and throw all money into stock. But I did say that there'll be pent-up demand when we came out of this. And I said that used car prices would rocket in the trade. Because there was a lot of people I knew, a lot of people I was talking to, they were panicking. They were literally looking at their forecourt of, say, maybe 200 grand, thinking, I've lost 100 grand just by standing still doing nothing. And again, I said, just hold firm. Just don't panic. Don't panic sell. Just hold tight, man. Hold tight.
So don't sell a tenner for a fiver.
Don't sell a tenner for a fiver and then have to replace fivers with tenners, you know, or have to pay tenners for fivers further down the line. There's no point. And I just wish we'd have had a bottomless pot of money, because there were that last week of lockdown, you could steal cars. I mean, you could steal stock because everybody was panicking. Even start of May, there were a lot of buy it nows on a popular or not so popular at the minute, if you talk to the trade, nationwide auction company. A lot of buy it nows, a lot of stuff behind guide. I mean, we got a good handful of that stuff. And I'm thinking we were buying, good margins. I'm going to say this, stock's really expensive at the minute, but we seem to be making more margin than we would normally make. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, but maybe we're telling customers, no discount because it's really busy. And they're just, okay, that's fine. I don't know, but
because
the key for us, sorry.
So I was just going to just chip in there, saying that we had a story over the weekend that's absolutely exploded, saying if dealers are in a frenzy buying used cars at the moment, and they're spending in quite a lot of cases they're spending too much money on stock that isn't really the best quality. Now, I suppose you would say, look, don't do that, because, like you say, you're just going to waste money doing that.
I think that honestly, a lot of dealers like it easy. They like to buy that retail ready perfect car that they can drive onto their forecourt, put a margin in and sell really quickly. It's not like that, man. If you want to make the margins, you're going to have to diversify, buy some oddball stuff.
Find the diamond in the rough.
Let's talk about a car we bought. I'll tell you about it now. A Dodge Nitro. We bought a Dodge Nitro, perhaps one of the least desirable cars in the world. In bright orange, that needed a door painting, that had a broken window, no service history, and an old style V5 in blue. We paid, I think, £1,200 to £1,500 into guide for that car, and we retailed it a week and a half later with about a £300 margin across it, okay, and sold it quickly. Could have sold it 3 times over. Yes, we had to order a window glass off eBay, get it here, get it fitted. Yes, we had to paint a door on it, and we had to prep it. But do you know, in real terms, how much have we spent? We probably spent 200 quid prepping the car. But again, it's so yeah, you're gonna have to work on cars sometimes.
That's the thing, it's the effort, isn't it? There's demand's high, so people are paying way into book for cars, but there is stuff out there that you don't need to pay into book for. You just need to put a bit of effort in getting retail ready. Yeah. And if you've got the resources to do that, then, like us, that's the way we go.
It's not easy. I mean, we have to run around every day. You leave here at 6, 7, 8 o'clock, sometimes 5 if you're me. And not really. I very, very, very rarely leave early.
What time are you going today?
I'm going at 5 today. My dog's a bit poorly. My dog's got something stuck down a lug hole, and she's doing this head shaky thing, and I've got to take her to the vets. The vets have only just opened. But no, there is stock out there. I would say to anyone, just diversify. Try selling some oddball stuff. So what if you've got to paint a side, paint the door, there's a mark on it, whatever. Just you can't Dodge sell Ram. Fresh air, man. The Dodge Ram, we bought a Dodge Ram, a left-hand drive V8 Dodge Ram, LPG converted.
Where are you getting all these Dodges from?
just you got to hunt for stuff. So we're having a good time with it.
Would you say that just taking those 2 Dodges as an example?
Yeah,
you've got to go for occasionally go for interesting stock to make yourself stand out from everybody else.
Yeah, I think I just think that
we have a mix, don't we? That's
we do. But if people come here, yes, we've got a good reputation, but honestly, 99% of the retail buying public, 99.9% will never have heard of us. They're looking on the popular car listing sites, and that's where we list. We do have a big marketing spend. It's been significantly reduced of late, which has been amazing, because Auto Trader, I don't want to give them a cheap plug, but I'm going to anyway. Auto Trader have given us free listings. It's been amazing. But we've now started advertising with eBay. We're on with Motors already. We're on Carglass. We're out there. So you can sell anything. The guys who bought, the woman and the guy who bought those 2 Dodges have not come to us because we're different. We're a Dodge specialist. They've just found those cars, and then when they've rang us, they've spoke to people who can talk to them like human beings. Just be nice to them, reassure them, give them a nice vibe and feel, take some money off them, and then deliver them that experience on what were less than perfect cars. And let's be honest, they took them as less than perfect cars. Yeah. And I think sometimes there's too much emphasis put on trying to make a used car perfect. Yeah. We don't sell perfect cars. If you turned up here today, I think you'd be quite a perfectionist with your cars and quite. I don't know why. I may be wrong. I've seen some of those snazzy chinos that you like to wear. I've got mine on today. These are like a lime green pair.
I'm in beige. It's all right.
That's quite gentle for you, but. We do. Nothing that leaves here is perfect. You could find fault with every single car here.
When you're paying a lot for stock, then where you can make savings, make savings and sell the car. Don't just stick it online and next someone to ring up and buy it. Sell them the car, and if it needs wheels and it's got a few scrapes and scratches here and there, it's not necessarily the end of the world, because to somebody that's their dream car. and they'll buy it.
Yeah, we sometimes are too critical. We think we look at cars. We need to look at cars more with the customer eyes rather than dealer eyes. Like, we can tell a car's had paint. Just because a car's had paint doesn't make it a bad car at all. It means it's had some paint. But, you know, a lot of dealers will be like, paint the side of that car because the colour shade is slightly off on one bit. It doesn't mean you're selling someone a bad car, man. Give them a good experience, mechanically prep it right. If they have a problem, fix it. Give them a great warranty. Look after them, make them feel special, and let it go out with scuffed alloys. They ain't gonna have a problem, man. That's.
Here we are. There's a customer on the phone. Fantastic.
Yeah, I picked a car up at the weekend. There's some scuffed alloys, and there's a colour matches off on one of the paddock.
Looking for a Dodge, mate. Can you help? Do you, at this present moment in time, do you think customers are being less picky? Do you think and also, are they haggling?
They're haggling less. They're happy to be out. They're enjoying human contact. Everybody just seems to be
a bit more relaxed. I think
people are realising. I had to remind a customer the other day who sent me an extensive email about some very, very minor issues. Some very, very minor issues that there's a lot more important things to worry about in the world at the minute than the fact that their Bluetooth had stopped working on the car and that we weren't going to leave them on their own. We will deal with it remotely and we will get it fixed. But people are dying. People are losing their families. People are losing their jobs, you know, so we'll help. But just, you know, and to be honest with you, I'm the ultimate, I'll bend over backwards for customers and just take, and I don't know, coming out of this situation, I feel we can be a little bit firmer and a little bit stronger where a customer is perhaps being a bit unrealistic. Guy came to look at a car the other day and told me categorically that I'm not buying this car because it's not got the options I want. But I want to have a drive in it anyway, but I won't buy it. And, you know, normally I'd have said, go on and have a drive. And I said, no. I said, this is, you shouldn't really be even, I mean, you know, he's got his hands all out, like touching everything. And the books, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, just, and I kind of said, no. I said, look, you know, we're not really, if someone's got to drive a car, we'll let them drive a car. You've categorically told me this ain't the car for you, but you just want to see what the 4.2 is like. I'm sorry, but respectfully, get out.
Yeah.
You know, and I wouldn't have done that. I would not have done that 4 or 5 months ago now. That's not about being rude, man. That's just about, look, you know, don't. I'm gonna have to get back in that car and clean it, sanitize it, wipe it, and. But anyway, sorry, I'm waffling.
On that topic though, how have you found test drives? Have you been reluctant to offer them, or what?
We've certainly not been going on them. We've let people go on them. I think we talked about the Golf R that we'd sold. 20-year-old guy from Stoke came over, sensible lad, you know, and he said, look, the last place I went, they told me they'd have to follow me on test drive. And I was like, really? He said, yeah. And our insurance policy covers customers to test drive our cars unaccompanied. And he went out and I could see it. I said, look, he said, are you going to follow me then like the other garage? I said, no, I'm not. I said, trade plates in, there's the keys, there's a bit of fuel in it. Don't bend it on test drive. And he went, I won't go far. It's fine, go on. Let them out on their own.
It's probably why he brought it in.
Yeah. Then they're
absolutely. I mean, if I personally speaking, if I would want to test drive a car and I was told that the dealer had to follow me, I wouldn't be. That doesn't put much confidence in me really to actually buy it. Really.
No. I think we've been letting people go out. There's been some have not test driven. A guy's bought an M2 that we've got the other day, and it was lashing it down. And I have to be honest, I didn't want to get it out of the showroom either. And I was like, he fired it up. I said, do you want me to pull all the cars out of the way? I said, but it is a bit rainy outside, isn't it? He went, yeah, I'll just have it. I'm sure it drives fine. I said, it does. Come upstairs, you know, and sit 2 meters away while we take your money. And bought it. He's back on Tuesday, isn't it? Wednesday to pick it up. So job's got easier. I'm going to tell you this now. I think the job has got easier. I think you're right. The customers are coming in with a better mindset and friendlier and a nicer attitude. Sorry, someone's trying to ring. Oh crap! Oh, there we go. The customers are coming in a nice very much. We're probably more chilled, aren't we? We've had a few months off.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been refreshing, hasn't it? Come back hungry as well.
Yeah, really hungry for it.
Yeah.
Like we're you know, the phone inquiries, man. We're just
organised as well, haven't we?
We're more organised, and it's just nice, man. We're happy. You know, the post-COVID, I know we're not in a post-COVID world, but the post-initial shutdown of COVID, as we're coming out of it, we couldn't have wished for it to pretty much be any better than it is. And I don't know if everybody's like that. I'm hearing lots of positives in the trade. Heart goes out to the main dealer guys who are still on furlough, working for the big dealer groups who are issuing profit warnings and talking to the city about perhaps making redundancies. And I feel a bit guilty sat here saying how amazing it is, because I know there's going to be guys out there and girls and people who are probably sat questioning what's happening and if they're going to be able to go back to work. So for the trade out there, from all of us, you know, it just hang on, man. And if you do lose your job, man, you'll get another. Do you know? And I mean, I want to say that to the trade, because, you know, but we're having an amazing time. I can't try it any other way.
It's nice to hear some positivity, because you're right. There is a lot of bad news at the moment. You know, lots of, you know, the salespeople who aren't on furlough, you know, they face perhaps not having their commission at the moment, or, you know, there's a very uncertain future. What with new cars? Because that really hasn't set in yet, this lack of demand for new cars. But it's nice to hear a bit of positivity, really.
It's phenomenal, and I can't see it stumbling at the minute. You're gonna have to. No, I cannot see this changing for certainly for the next few months.
I think that's the only danger, though, isn't it? This probably is a bubble.
Well, it is,
and it's how long the bubble's going to last, and judging it right and not overloading, so that when it bursts, you've got a load of expensive stock that you paid into book for, and then demand drops off a cliff. Yeah, that's going to be the next challenge.
Yeah, we the thing is, we're very able as a small business. We're able to change things very quickly. And this is something that I think the big dealer groups don't have an option to do. Is that so we can change things? You know, yeah, you know. So, just 1 second. Do you need me, Dad? Okay.
Well, should we leave it there? If you're busy, we can wrap things up. If
yeah, no, we're not. Sorry, just my dad.
Well, it's all right. We can start. My last question really.
Yes.
What do you think the rest of the year is going to be? I mean, I know you sort of answered it there, but I suppose you're maintaining this positive outlook and just seeing what happens, really.
Yeah, I think I keep every day I come in and I'm like, oh no, it's gonna end. So
I've not done 4 deals by 12. That's it.
Yeah,
put the shutter down.
That's it. I'm like, roll the shutters down. We may as well close the business. No, I honestly, I think September. I think this is going to be like this till September. I think we're going to have I mean, June's going to be obscene. I think July will be good. I think August will be really good. It will start to slow a bit, and then September. Do I think we'll ever return to? I mean, what is normal though? We, you know, as a business, we've kind of consistently grown, so it's very difficult for us because we've not been at a level to then see what's going to happen. But we've increased the stock. You know, Auto Trade, I'm sorry to plug them again, have got, you know, they want to keep the numbers on their platform. I can understand why they've done it. 3 double listings till July. Well, we've ramped the stock up. We've got 108 or 9 in at the minute. We normally roll with 80 cars.
Yeah.
So we've got more stock. So I think end of the year it could fall off a cliff. But again, if we can just build up a war chest, build up enough money now so that we can sit pretty and have leaner months at the end of the year, then so be it. But we've just got to make the most of now, you know, and get as many deals in as possible.
Just keep dealing.
Keep dealing, man. Just got to keep dealing.
Keep dealing. That is what a fantastic way to end. I love that. Well, Jamie, Craig, thanks so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, honestly, and to catch up and hear about what you're up to. We'll probably be in touch again in the not too future to see how you're doing, if that's all right.
Yeah, please do. And lovely to talk to you, the batch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Send the high fives to the rest of the car dealer team. And keep up the good work. You guys are doing amazing work for the industry. I mean that. The news updates, the daily interviews, the stuff. It you know, we don't talk to a lot of the trade. We're in our own little bubble. Talk about bubbles. Yeah. But you guys ping us knowledge and news, and you read it on the toilet. You read it while you're sat in a car. You read it, but it's there, and you're keeping us abreast of what's happening in the industry. Without you guys, it's a lifeline for us. You're better digital than you are paper, I think, and I'll say that. I do. I mean that. You've been doing fantastic work, so well done to you guys.
It's very kind of you to say, and honestly, you know, talking to people like you two makes the job worth it, really. So we're very happy we're doing a good job for you. So
mean it.
Anyway. Tomorrow on the show, we've got Magna Motor Group Director Tony Roberts, and you can find the full schedule on our website. If you want to be involved in one of these car dealer lives and to chat away like Jamie and Craig have been doing today, then do get in touch with us. So that just leads me to say thanks a lot to Jamie and Craig. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We'll leave it there and see you tomorrow. Thanks very much.
Keep dealing. Come on. It's nice.